Okay, I've had a few people ask me why I use different blades and for what purpose. So the red blade on the right having more teeth, I use that when I cut up my plywood for my plywood boxes for the cabinets. And then the blade on the left with those big gaps in there, right there, that helps clear out the wood. So I tend to use these blades for hardwood when I'm cutting up like face frames and any decorative stuff out of solid wood, like solid maple, solid oak, walnut, whatever I might use for the job, but cuts through it a lot better. It's a little coarser of a cut, so you do have to end up sanding a little more. But anyways, that's the difference between the two types of blades that I use. The only other blade I use is a dado set, which looks like this. And this dado set consists of 2 blades, and I believe they're like 9" or 8.5". Let's see. The 2 of them together makes a 1/4" or just a hair under a 1/4". You put them together like that. And it comes with the chippers on the back side. So when you add these chippers in, you can get up 3/8 of inch, 1/2 inch, and all the way up to 3/4 inch wide on your dado cut. But basically, those are the 3 types that I use, and I will use the dado on both plywood and solid wood. But most of the time, it's just these 2 blades, both 10" blades. Okay, so anytime I use the red blade, the blade that has more teeth, this one right here. The reason that I'm using that for the plywood is because I'm trying to eliminate as much chipping as possible. Usually ripping, you're not gonna get a lot of chipping, but it's the cross cut where the chipping really shows up on the back side of the piece, which is the bottom of the piece you're running through the table saw. So I'm gonna go ahead and run a piece through and then see if I can zoom in and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's the comparison. The one on the left is the one I cut with the fine tooth blade. The one on the right is the one I cut with my ripping blade. Both pretty good on top. And this is what the bottom side of the cut looks like. The left one is the one I use the cross cut blade, and the right one is the one I use the ripping blade. All right, well, hopefully that answers the question for you on what blade and why, and for what situation. For me, it's mostly chipping and how clean the piece is gonna be once I start the assembly. So if you got any questions or other comments about this, please leave a comment or type in your suggestion in the comment box, and hopefully you'll subscribe. Thanks for watching.